Hello and welcome. If this is your first time here, I'm Garth Allen. This is Racing News Now, and we're joined today by another Rev Racing developmental driver. This week it is Regina Sirvent. How are you doing today?
Hi, Garth. Very excited to talk with you. Hi, guys. How is everything going?
Good. So let's just dive in immediately into your racing background here. What got you started in racing?
Oh, that's a good question. My grandpa was a rally driver in the 70s, and when I turned 9, he gave me my first go-kart, and that's when my dream started. Actually, I fall for NASCAR was when NASCAR came to Mexico in 2016, I think, and I started racing NASCAR trucks in Mexico. So that's when everything literally go into NASCAR.
So then how did you move from the NASCAR scene in Mexico then to get hooked up with Rev Racing?
So I was racing trucks in NASCAR Mexico, and my crew chief actually told me about the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program, and also I have heard from the program because of Daniel Suarez. So I sent my application, and they accept me for the youth program in 2020. I raced Legends cars with them. I had a lot of development. From my first race to my last race, I felt like a complete different driver. I feel like the program helped me a lot, like Coach Phil, Mark Green, Christy, like all of them helped me becoming a better driver in and off track. And then after that, I made my application to the big program, to the late model program, and I was accepted. We did some tests and some other stuff, and finally I got with the, I took the place. So last year was my very first time racing in the NASCAR Auto Parts Weekly Series. And I had, like, from the first race to, like, I feel like the program has helped me, like, every single race I got better, and now I'm racing too in this year, like 2022, so I'm excited for what is coming.
So is NASCAR your big goal at this point, or is there could we see you move over toward more something open wheel eventually?
Well, when I was younger, since I was racing go-karts, I thought that I was going to race some open wheel stuff. But now that I am in the NASCAR world, I think that my dream is to race in the big series of NASCAR.
Okay. So let's look at you more as a fan now growing up. Who was your favorite driver?
Oh, well, I want to be like the combination of Danica Patrick and Daniel Suarez. I really think I like that Danica is very aggressive driver, and I feel like Daniel also is a very good driver, and I have had the opportunity to talk with him a couple times, and he has given me a couple of good advices that I think that will help me to keep developing. But also I feel like Jimmy Jones is a very good driver. Jeff Gordon. I actually met Jeff Gordon in 2018, and I think he's probably one of my favorite drivers.
Okay, nice. So I guess along that same lines then, what's your favorite track?
My favorite track in Mexico or the United States?
Well, let's do both. Let's do US and Mexico.
Okay, from NASCAR Mexico, my favorite track is a track called Aguascalientes. I really like it because it's a very, very, very fast track. And in the United States, from the short tracks that I have raced, I think that my favorite track is Florence. It's a weird track because in turn 2 and 3, it doesn't have a back wall, but I really like it. It's fun because you really need to save your tires because that track really, really takes them, like kills them. And A couple years ago, I had the opportunity to test a car in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I really like Texas. But my dream also is to test one time or well, to race in Daytona.
Oh yeah, definitely. So what is the most memorable moment you've had in your career thus far?
My most memorable moment. Well, definitely, I think that my first victory in the NASCAR Trucks Mexico Series.
Mm-hmm.
I worked so hard for becoming the first girl in winning that category here in Mexico. I think that one, or also I remember I was crying when they accept me in the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program.
Mm-hmm.
I this year when Christy called me to tell me that I was gonna be in 2022 with the team, and I remember I called I was in Charlotte in the shop at the shop, and I called my parents and I was crying like, oh my god, they told me that I'm gonna race in 2022, blah blah blah. So probably those two are my most memorable moments. But racing wise, yeah, when I won the NASCAR race in Mexico.
Okay, let's talk about that NASCAR truck race actually. For those of us, and I'll be honest, I'm not super familiar with the Mexico racing scene. Are there more females in racing down there than there are in the US, or is it about the same where females are just starting to break in? Was it that big of a deal down there?
Yeah, I think that I know more female drivers in the United States. Last year I had the opportunity to race. Isabella was my teammate. I also had I know Gracie Trotter, Haley Deegan, and other drivers. But in Mexico, I think that it's in back then last year it was when last year no, I forgot that we are already in 2022.
Yeah.
But in 2020, I was the only girl racing in NASCAR Mexico.
Okay.
Now I changed to the next series, not series, to the next category, and now I see in the trucks a couple girls that have like getting from the go-kart world to the trucks. So I think that every time we see more girls.
So you're still racing in Mexico as well, on top of the late model stuff in the US too?
Yeah, I raced last year. I raced a half season of NASCAR Mexico Series Challenge. Like, so just like the US, we have 3 categories. We have, the US has more, but like we have trucks, then we have a category called Challenge Series, and then I don't know this year, but last year it was Peak Series. That is like the top level. That like it's not the same, but we would say that is like Xfinity for Mexico. Like, of course, very different car and everything. But now last year I raced half season of the Challenge Series, and I'm trying to do the whole season this year. Okay,
nice. So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but let's expand on this a little bit more. What's your ultimate goal in racing? When you retire, what do you want to be able to say you've done in your career?
That's a tough one. I really want to bring, racing wise, I would love to have victories on the late model series. Then I would love to, my next step would be ARCA. So of course I would love to have a victory in ARCA or a very good season in ARCA Menard series. I want to try, I want to keep developing my career until getting to the Cup Series, just like Danny Suarez. And off track, that is not off track, but I would love to bring more fans, like to see more Latin and girls in the sport, like not only guys, but also like girls that have the passion for the sport. So I would love to be like ambassador. How do you say that?
Yeah, that was right. Yeah.
So I would love to be like the bridge to bring more girls into the sport and also more Hispanic people.
Okay, nice. So then I guess this answer might be something similar to that. Then if you weren't racing, what would you be doing?
Well, right now I'm doing college, I'm doing industrial engineering.
Okay.
But actually, my dream always, well, besides racing, was becoming a doctor. So
Okay.
probably I would be studying medicine instead of racing. But I got like, when I finished high school, my dad was like, so do you really want to keep racing instead of going to medicine school? And I was like, yeah, I my dream is to be a driver. So I think that either I would be in the medicine world, or I also really like industrial engineering. So I would be doing either of both of that.
We're going to have to start calling you Dr. Regina. So I feel like with your stature, if anybody's seen you in social media, you've got quite the following on social media. So this answer might be somebody pretty high up there. Who's the coolest driver or person that you've met in the garage so far?
The coolest person I've met. Oh my God. Can it be like in the NASCAR world or
anybody?
I actually really, really, really admire Hamilton. So in 2018, I worked with Tommy Hilfiger, actually, because since I have a good following, they invited me to the race, to the F1 race in Mexico. And actually, I was a fan from Vettel, like Sebastian Vettel. But I had and Daniel Ricciardo, but they invited me to be with Hamilton, and I was like, oh no, he seems like a cool guy. But I like, in that time, I remember I was like super fan of Vettel, so I was blinded. And then when I met him, he changed like completely the like my favorite driver. And I would say Hamilton is my favorite driver overall, just because he was like super chill. He was making jokes, and he told me like something that I think that can work in anything you do, that the most important thing is to trust in yourself and believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then no one would do it. No one. So he gave me so many advices. I feel like I know a lot of drivers, and like none of them give me so much advice like him. Like he met me like probably like 30 minutes, and in those 30 minutes he talked to me so much about racing and what should I do to become better on and off track. So I think that probably he would be my favorite driver.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of people that like don't like him because I guess he wins so much, but yeah, from everybody I've heard that's met him, he seems like a super nice guy.
Yeah, I had the picture that he was, I shouldn't say this, but I thought that he was going to be cocky just because he's very good, and he would have like not exactly, but the right to be, just because he has so many victories and he's so good. Like I feel like it's rare when he makes like a mistake on track. So I thought that he was going to be like no, don't touch me. But when I met him, he was so cool. So I'm his biggest fan.
Nice. So if you could pick any one driver in, let's say, motorsports history to 1v1, who would it be and why?
1v1. I feel, that's a tough one. Probably Ayrton Senna.
Okay. Nice.
And I feel that every time you get on track with a better driver, it makes you a better driver, just because you want to be better and better. So you need to analyze what he's doing and like see where your like soft spots, I would say. So I would say Ayrton Senna, just because I feel like he's one of the best drivers in the history. And I think that he would help me improve a lot my driving skills.
Nice. For every driver I've asked that to, you're the first one to say Ayrton Senna. That I'm impressed by that. That's one I'm surprised as many people I've asked that to that nobody's ever said him. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's look at You as a person now, what's a typical day look like for you away from the racetrack?
Away from the racetrack. Well, when I'm back in Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
I go to the shop probably like 8. We work out probably like 1 hour and a half, 2 hours with Coach Will. Then I go to the shop, well, to the part where the cars are, and then I try to help them if they need help with anything. And then we have sims. So lately, like before I came back home, well, back to Mexico, Mark Green, that is our coach driver, he was helping me like on sim. He was like, maybe you should try to brake less, or like little details. Also, I have been like, we work on like media stuff. And also, like after that, I go home, I cook probably something, and then I do schoolwork because I have a lot of schoolwork.
Yeah.
And probably like most of my day goes like from probably like for 4 to 9 or 10, I do schoolwork, and then probably I go to bed early or something not as early, but I try to sleep a good amount.
Okay. So what kind of hobbies do you have away from the track?
Away from the track. Well, I really like, well, for you guys it's football. In Mexico we call it American football. Yeah. My brothers actually play in a place called Cowboys Mexico. Okay. So I really like to see them play. I like American football. I also like, well, I don't do it anymore because just because I don't want to get hurt, but I really love gymnastics. I used to do, before I started racing, I used to do gymnastics, so I really like gymnastics. I actually like to read a lot about medical stuff and also about nutrition. I just finished a couple months ago a certification on nutrition and wellness. So also I do a lot of social media work. I also finished a certification in social media. So I think that most of my day goes to study. And also I like a lot to read about history, just because I feel like when you know history, you can have a lot of conversation with different people. So I think those are my hobbies.
Okay, nice. So you have a favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? Yes. Well, I really like crime stuff too. Like I was watching Criminal Minds. I was watching actually with my parents Dexter a couple of days ago. I wouldn't say that's my favorite show, but I like those type of shows. Also, like this will sound very like teen, but I like stuff like The Witcher and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Nice. I'm like so random with the stuff I like. What's your favorite TV show?
Yeah. What's that?
What's your favorite TV show?
Oh man. I watch a lot of TV, to be honest, probably more than I should. I was actually just watching Ted Lasso earlier today. I'm finally catching up on that. Have you watched Ted Lasso?
No, never.
It's actually pretty good. I heard everybody talk about how good of a show it was, and I'm finally watching it. It's really good.
I'll try it.
Yeah. It's basically, it's about this, what you would call football, we call soccer, coach over in England. Like he's American. He was an American football coach, and they like bring him over to England to coach soccer. And
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah,
I will watch it, and I'll tell you what do I think about that.
Okay, cool. So what's one interesting thing about you that nobody knows?
Wow, that's the toughest one so far. Oh my god. Like a lot, not a lot of people know, but I really am like kind of a nerd. Because I like it's not a secret, but like not a lot of people knows that I study and I do all that stuff. So So yeah, I feel like that's not a secret, but I really love studying,
Okay.
and I love cooking. Um, I don't know. I don't have any deep secret, I think.
We gotta have something.
Yeah, terrible dancer. Is that a
Okay.
secret?
Well, I don't know. Do you broadcast that everywhere?
I don't know. I think that would be my secret right now.
Okay.
I would think I would need time to think about that. Maybe next time we talk, I will have my deepest secret.
Sounds good. All right, so we're gonna end off here with a little game of this or that. You ever played this or that before?
Yes, like the questions in Instagram, like this or that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'll give you both options here. If you want to explain your answer, you can. If not, we'll move on to the next one.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'll give you an easy one for the first one. Cats or dogs?
Dogs, definitely.
Okay.
I love dogs. I actually have 2 pit bulls, but they are so nice. Like a lot of people say, like, "Oh my God, pit bulls!" But they are the sweetest dogs ever. And like, I mean, I don't dislike pets, but I don't love them. I feel like if you want like cats are good, but they don't give you as much affection as a dog.
You know, you say that, and I always thought that too. And I actually just got a cat like 3 weeks ago. He kind of picked me, and I didn't really have a choice. But he is the most affectionate cat I've ever seen in my life. He's pretty much a dog, yeah. Like it really surprises me how clingy he is. He's pretty much a dog.
Yeah, I have met. Well, I like when I go to my uncle house or something, like his cats like never like get close to you or anything. So I think that maybe I need to change the perspective that I had.
Yeah. Let's see, road course or oval?
Oval.
Okay.
Since I started racing in NASCAR Mexico, and that's so I started loving ovals in 2016, and now I just think about ovals. I still like road course, but oval is my top. I feel like there's more action, and like all the time you have to be like all your senses like need to be like more awake.
Do you feel like you're better at ovals now than you are at road courses?
It depends. I feel like I have lost a little practice in go-kart racing. But for example, I raced, like my last race in Mexico was in a road course actually, and I was pretty good. Like I feel like I thought that I was not gonna do as good just because we don't race, like we only race twice or 3 times a year road course in Mexico. And well, in NASCAR Drive for Diversity, since I'm in the late model program, we don't race road course. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm a little like old in the road course stuff. But I was doing good. So I would say it's not because I do better in ovals, but I feel like I love ovals more.
Netflix or YouTube?
Probably YouTube. Yeah, probably YouTube, just because I feel like in YouTube you can find anything that you want to see in the moment. Like sometimes instead of watch TV, I just like to hear music while I'm doing homework. Or for example, I feel like if you want to know about some subject, you just Google, YouTube, like how does, I don't know, like this works, and you have your answer. So I would say YouTube.
Nice. Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram. Like Instagram is like the social the social media. The social media that I love the most. Like I think it's the one that I use the most too. Also in Mexico, it's very popular Instagram. Twitter is not as popular. I started using it when I got into Charlotte, just because a lot of people use it to get like the news of what is happening in racing in the world and everything. But Instagram.
Football or basketball?
Football.
Okay. Burger or taco?
Taco.
Okay.
But real taco.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I have for the next one? Horror or comedy movie?
I feel like it's more like the mood, but
Mhm.
like I love horror movies, but there are a few that I like. Like, for example, have you ever watched Insidious?
No, I haven't. I've wanted
You
to, and I never
should.
have. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I really like those movies, but I would say probably comedy, just
Mhm.
because you can watch it any day at any hour and you
Yeah.
will enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay. TV show or movie?
Movie.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes, like with school and stuff, you don't have time to finish TV shows, so I
Yeah.
would say movie.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles? Is that a big thing in Mexico? Do you have much in terms of pancakes and waffles down there?
I feel like we have more pancakes than waffles.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would say pancakes. Pancakes? No, I think waffles, but I like either with bacon.
Oh, okay. Nice. Good choice. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Okay.
I love chocolate. Like,
Nice.
love it.
Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Million Instagram followers or $100,000?
100,000. Million Instagram followers.
Okay.
Just I don't know. Well, million. How many dollars?
100,000.
No, probably Instagram followers. Yeah, because I feel like you can work in a lot of stuff, and I like to work on social media.
Okay.
So I would say that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good choice. Be born in the future or the past?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Got some thinkers for you.
With the knowledge that I have right now, or no?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, past and.
Okay. Why the past?
Because I feel like you could, like, for example, you could do so many changes in the world since like before that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that, like, you could avoid a lot of stuff like that if you have the knowledge you have right now. Yeah.
True. Okay. Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Ferrari, I think.
Okay. M&M's or Kit Kat?
M&M's, but the ones that have peanut on them.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, last one. Work at SpaceX or Google?
Space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because I feel like we are so small compared to the space that I think that you would learn and you will see so much stuff. Last month I was recording for some brand that was doing a woman empowerment campaign, and I met this girl that is Mexican and she's living in Netherlands, in the space stuff of Netherlands, and she was telling me about this cool stuff that they have seen. For example, she was actually in the I don't know how to say it in English, but when they send like the spaceship,
the rocket.
Yeah. So I feel like she has told me so much stuff that they have been trying to discover, and they haven't like really understand it. So I would say I would love to work on space, just because I feel like it's like something you really need to work on that to know what's happening.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. That would be my choice too. One of my goals on my bucket list before I die is I want to go to space. So that
would be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we are the only planet
Oh,
that
yeah.
has life on it. I mean, that would be crazy.
Oh yeah. No, we can't be. As big as the universe is, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
So it will be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I think that's about it. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, but just to sum it all up, let everybody know what your racing schedule looks like this year.
Well, I will be racing with NASCAR Drive for Diversity in the driver development program in the late models. Also, I'll be racing in NASCAR Mexico in the Challenge Series. And well, that's the plan for this year. So hopefully we will do very good. I will be getting ready on the sim, on physical conditions and everything. So I'm excited for this year.
And where can everybody find you online, whether that be social media or wherever? I'm
on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat as Regina Sirvent. Sirvent.
All right. Well, I think that's about it. So, Regina, thank you for joining us today. It has been a pleasure, been so much fun getting to know you. And good luck this season. Hopefully we see a lot of success out of you this year. Thank you, Garth. I had an amazing time. It was very fun, and hopefully we will do it sometime again.